now on WRDE Coast TV.
Violent arrest video. Ocean City officers seen punching a man in the head after what started out as a violation for vaping on the boardwalk.
An empty plot of land now, a dog park possibly later. Why dog owners in Georgetown say they need a dog park in town.
No more Neptune, why this stallion is being moved off of Chincoteague.
And we take a look at our beach forecast. We're watching out for not so great weather for Friday, and now we've got to include Saturday. I'm sorry, folks. Your weekend forecast is coming up. You might not like it.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV. Your local news at 11 starts right now.
The future of one park is causing quite a discussion in Berlin. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Welcome to our news at 11. We begin tonight with the town of Berlin going back and forth on the future of Heron Park. It's worn many hats, from an old chicken plant to a walking park, and now people in Berlin want Heron Park to find a purpose and stick to it.
Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us one town's struggle to find the perfect fit.
Marie Valong has been living in Berlin, Maryland for years, and she says the ideas for a certain project in town have her concerned.
Pushing the idea of preserving Berlin as a small town, but everything that we're doing is expanding it. It's not a small town anymore.
The project is what will become of Heron Park. The space used to be an old chicken plant and is now a walking park. As it stands now, the town is considering selling off parcels of that land, and what it will then become is still being debated. But it's left Marie a little exacerbated. She thinks other things need more immediate attention.
We want sidewalks. Why should I have my taxes go to a project like this when half of Berlin doesn't have sidewalks to walk on?
What will happen next is still up in the air and still a matter of debate.
At today's Planning Commission meeting, the Commission came to a consensus to recommend to the Mayor and Council to cease negotiations on the contract for Heron Park, but other people have other ideas of what to do with the property.
To bring in housing to the area, to bring people in, to make it exciting, and a sense of vitality. And I would recommend multi-family housing, 1, 2, 3-bedroom condominiums.
Others, like Helen Trivitz, wants to go the other way. Less people, more space.
The use of supporting nature and the arts, like the garden centers, just an opportunity for additional concerts, plays, things like that, I think would support the town really nicely.
With all the ideas circulating, Marie just hopes things will be figured out.
What they should do is demolish what they can with that $500,000. Decide what they want to do for sure with the property, and then rezone it and put it for sale and know what they're selling.
Whether it be residential, commercial, recreational with a skate park, torn down, or just sold, the decision on the Heron Park project is still up in the air. In Berlin, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
We have new video tonight of a house fire in Oak Orchard this afternoon. Multiple agencies responded. It happened here on Circle Drive around 12:30 and caused the roof to collapse. The Indian River Volunteer Fire Company says a family of 4 renting the Airbnb made it out of the house safely. The Millsboro Fire Company believes the fire started on the porch and spread into the house. The state fire marshal is investigating. Let's take a live look outside now into our dry tech camera there at Embers in Ocean City. It's been another hot day here along the coast, and our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our forecast tonight. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Mallory. And it's been sticky, steamy, all the things that go with summer-like weather. Every bit of it has been following us along right on schedule, along with the chance of isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms. And it looks like that's going to lean into our weekend. Sorry. Take a look at where we are right now, though. We're at 84 degrees in Rehoboth as well as Bethany Beach, 80 degrees in Lewis, a little bit cool as you go inland, 75 degrees currently in Milton and 73 in Redden. We're not seeing any problems with cloud cover or scattered showers or anything of that sort as of right now. Unfortunately, it looks like everything's kind of gaining momentum to head to us towards the weekend. But before we get to that, let's talk about our UV index for tomorrow. Burn time within 25 minutes because the UV index is still going to be on the high side for tomorrow. So you will need your hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, and try to find some shade. Now, we'll talk more about that weekend. Not so great wet weather coming up in a moment. Till then, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. A dog park is possibly coming to Georgetown. Some people that live in the area are circling that idea, and the town is now sniffing around to determine where that park could go.
Coast TV's Britt Leone takes us to Georgetown to discover why dog owners think the park is a doggone good idea.
They say a dog is a man's best friend. And for Georgetown resident James Kessler, he's got two of them.
They have a dog. People down there have a dog. Those people have a dog. You know, there's plenty of dogs around here and a lot of dog owners.
The town is considering building a dog park on a public 6-acre parcel of land on South Railroad Avenue between Carver Street and Airport Road. Kessler and other dog owners in town say it's needed.
I'm 65. I'm retired. I'm tired. I don't want to walk the dog. I'd rather go to the dog park and let them run.
Because all of our friends live here, we're all locals, everybody wants to hang out, but a lot of people don't know places to go with your dogs.
According to Georgetown Mayor Bill West, some steps have already been taken.
We formed a committee, and the committee is going to be able to go out and look at insurance, look at different areas and how things are run.
For now, dog owners here will have to keep barking their support in hopes of a decision that will have every dog's tail wagging.
Mayor West says while talks for the park are preliminary, eventually the committee will be presenting their research to council, who will then vote on whether to move forward with the park or not. And for many dog owners in Georgetown and pups like Lola and Grayson, hopefully the ball will get rolling on that process quickly. I'm Britt Leone in Georgetown, Coast TV News.
A violent arrest on the Ocean City Boardwalk is causing a stir in the coastal community. Police say Denzel Ruff was vaping on a boardwalk. Now, that's not allowed in Ocean City, but look at the video that's about to come up here. You'll be able to see Ruff here on the ground being punched by an officer. Now, that's a violation that typically should have just ended in a fine. Police do say, though, that Ruff did not comply when asked to stop vaping. He ignored that request. Ruff's father, an attorney, says the police used unnecessary force when arresting his son. And I'm not quite sure what happened with our video there. We'll get back to that in a bit. In a statement today, the Ocean City Police Department did say that officers are allowed to use force and that all situations where force is used, those are reviewed by the department. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll, though. We want to know if you think people should be allowed to smoke or vape in busy spaces. Let's take a look at the results. It was one-sided earlier.
Yeah, let's take a look at the screen, updated since we last checked on Coast TV News at 6. And yep, the majority still saying no. That's up to 93% right now. And if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at WRDE.com or on our mobile app.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. A Chincoteague stallion named Neptune has been removed from the herd because he has not produced new foals. The fire company said there's concern Neptune's lack of breeding would negatively impact the herd. The 16-year-old will be sent to a sanctuary. Over $25,000 was raised for BB Healthcare's Oncology Services and Medical Foundation in this crush competition. BB says over 20 local restaurants participated. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
The Delaware Department of Health and Social Services announced that they're improving the Cost-Aware website. If you don't know what that is, the Cost-Aware website helps people that live here in the first state understand how their health care dollars are spent. Some of the new changes include patient ratings of specific providers, access to timely care. There are also ratings for nurse and doctor communications, overall experience of care, and patient safety.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky left the NATO summit in Lithuania without an invitation to join NATO. Still, President Zelensky is calling the two-day summit a victory for his country and directly thanking the American people. As Laura Aguirre has explained here, the summit is now wrapped up.
All our allies agreed Ukraine's future lies in NATO.
The promise of future NATO membership for Ukraine, but no invitation yet.
Ukrainian delegation is bringing home significant security victory for the Ukraine, for our country, for our people, for our children.
Victory in the form of substantial security guarantees and aid, confirmed by G7 leaders Wednesday, designed to strengthen Ukraine's economic and military resilience against Russia's aggression.
You have to know that you spend this money for not just for fighting. You spend this money for our lives.
I hope we finally have put to bed the notion about whether or not Ukraine is welcome in NATO. It's going to happen.
Still, no timeline was given as NATO leaders balanced diplomacy and global security.
If Ukraine were admitted to NATO today, that would mean NATO would be at war with Russia today.
But the alliance did commit to streamlining Ukraine's path to membership. In Russia, the Kremlin issued a warning regarding summit events Wednesday, saying NATO security guarantees for Ukraine would only endanger Europe's future for years to come. A warning that didn't dent U.S. resolve.
We will not waver. We will not waver.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
President Biden has one more stop on this trip. Helsinki, Finland, one of the two most recent countries to join NATO. That was along with Sweden. We have just scratched the surface on tonight's news.
That's right, Charlie. Coming up, Major League Dream, the local star that will get his shot in the bigs this week.
And a tropical air mass will be over the area for this weekend, bringing in the heat, humidity, and storms. I'll have details to which days will feature the best beach weather coming up just after the break.
First, striving for a safer road in Milford, what streets are being scrutinized, and the solutions that are on the table there. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, uncover the importance of mosquito treatment at home. Discover how to tackle the damages caused by sand. And get the scoop on National Ice Cream Day from Hopkins Farm Creamery. Coast Life tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
Delmarva's rock station for 35 years.
Hi, I'm Sussex County farmer Blaine Hitchens, and I plant cover crops to improve my soil health. Cover crops help with nutrient cycling, weed suppression, and also reducing our input costs. I'm also improving water quality and my soils are more productive, increasing my yield and bottom line. Healthy soils produce healthy crops. Cost share signups are going on now. To take advantage of the financial assistance, stop by the Conservation District to enroll in the Cover Crop Cost Share program because every acre counts.
Milford Mayor and City Council recently reviewed potential plans to change the traffic flow at a popular intersection, along with a few other upgrades. Changes include adding a new stoplight. A second light would go just before this one to get rid of the split in the road. The plan also adds crosswalks. It suggests that both Buccaneer Street and Northwest 10th Street be one way. Jeffrey Peck lives in Milford. He says changes like this could impede his commute, but is eager to see progress.
Depending on what we're doing for the day, we do travel both ways up 10th Street. That could be kind of cumbersome, but a big picture goal is good.
The design will now go to DelDOT for further consideration.
Right now, water rescues and evacuations are underway in Vermont. Meanwhile, in news more relatable to us here along the coast, nearly 70% of the U.S. population will endure temperatures into the 90s over the next week. Ivan Rodriguez has the latest.
More than 50 million Americans will face life-threatening triple-digit temperatures this week.
This heat wave that we're experiencing right now can be fatal.
Nearly 70% of the U.S. population from California to Florida expected to endure sweltering temperatures at or above 90 degrees with no break in sight.
We continue to set new record highs for heat-associated deaths. Heat is a really serious public health hazard. We don't talk about it as seriously as we should all across the United States.
Meanwhile,
no way, bro.
In Vermont, rescues and evacuations are underway in Lamoille County after catastrophic floods triggered by a 1 in 1,000 year rainfall have devastated parts of the state.
We are still in an absolute crisis. We still have many rivers that are
in moderate to major flood stage.
But as floodwaters recede in some places and people begin a massive cleanup effort, the threat of new floods is emerging, with another round of rain forecast to fall on already hard-hit areas Thursday and Friday.
This may not be over. With rain in the forecast and nowhere for it to go, we could see waters rise again.
We have to continue to be vigilant and mindful that more flooding is a very real possibility. This is going to be a years, if not a decade-long recovery for the state of Vermont.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
I was just looking at that story. You know what? It's not looking good for Vermont at all. There's another 4 to 5 inches of rain headed that way. And we're kind of in alignment with that same kind of rain, with the same kind of heat. So it's not looking good for the Northeast at all. And that's not even talking about the triple-digit heat indices that we have to deal with. But that's summertime during this craziness with our climate changes that's happening right now. We're at 81 degrees in Rehoboth. Currently, we're at 80 degrees in Bethany Beach, 79 Millsboro, 73 Selbyville, 75 Ocean Pines, and 76 for us actually in Salisbury. As far as our immediate areas are concerned, not a problem. But now, mind you, as I pull this over here, you can see the gray right here. Once again, we have another problem with air quality, but it's north to our northwest and surrounding areas. You see this trough is a very slow mover for right now, and a high pressure system that's building in behind it. So you see this high pressure system is opening the door for more heat. And that heat and additional sunshine is actually adding more to the ozone layer problem that we have in the areas that's highlighted in gray. It's also allowing for the heat to barrel down on us because of the lack of cloud cover. So we go sky high with our UV index. Speaking of that, courtesy of Face of Grace, we're looking at 10 for our UV index for the next couple of days. So you're going to burn very quickly. You're just one step away from extreme. I need to make that emphasis there, okay? That's just how serious it is. Now let's break down our expectations as far as the forecast is concerned for Thursday. We start off at 77 degrees. Now, I saw this and it made my eyes pop wide open. So here we go. Stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin the weekend that you think you're going to have, okay? Watch this. We're looking at 95 degrees, okay? And we're looking at cloud cover with 95 degrees. Let me translate this for you in another language. 107, 110, 111. That's what it's going to feel like. Oh, you listening now, right? Oh, glad I could get your attention. So here's the rest of the forecast for Friday. Winds out of the southwest, so we got a lot of moisture. We got a lot of heat in place. Even on Friday, we're down to 91 degrees, still a ton of moisture. And then Friday, it starts. Okay, it starts on Friday and it starts kicking in on Saturday. Now, because it's so hot and so humid, we're looking at an extreme problem with mosquitoes on Thursday. Friday, still very high on Saturday, still on the high side. So with the temperature and the heat index, I want you to see how this is going to ride. This is the temperature rising here, but notice we clock over into the near 100s pretty easily, pretty quickly. So with that heat index and the UV index, all that combined is going to make for a touch and go situation. So you'll need to protect yourself from that as more showers and strong storms will just plow its way throughout a good portion of the East Coast. For our 3-day beach forecast, we're looking for rain on Friday and Saturday in Fenwick Island and Friday and Saturday for Lewis as well as Rehoboth Beach. Sorry, Mallory. Here's a look at your extended forecast. 60% chance of rain on Friday, but a 30% on Saturday, and then a 60% chance again on Sunday. So if you're going to have any break on any one of those days, it'll probably be on Saturday.
Did you catch it in there? Paul going digital underground? I like that. Coming up in sports, the biggest softball tournament on the peninsula and one local team that's playing to advance to the weekend.
And next, getting the call, a local baseball star will join his organization's major league roster for the first time.
For family trips, adventures with friends, or just getting your first car, the Car Store is ready to help you upgrade your relationship with the open road. A great selection to choose from, priced to move, and backed by the Car Store Certified Advantage. TheCarStoreOnline.com.
My brother and I have been on construction sites since a very young age, helping our father, learning construction and carpentry, even rebuilding wooden boats, shaping and bending the wood, focusing on every detail, building it the right way. Our dad showed us the importance of craftsmanship and the difference it makes. Grolic Builders uses the same attention to detail that our father used when he worked on his projects, shaping your vision into a home. We're a family of builders, Grolic Builders, homes built with honor.
We are often asked, who is our client? The answer is, you are. Whether you're a homeowner, builder, contractor, architect, designer, or do-it-yourselfer, since 1986, BSD has helped clients transform their vision into reality with superior products like Andersen Windows and Doors, the most trusted and preferred among homeowners. Andersen products are reliable and backed by the best warranty and service. Our state-of-the-art showrooms offer a unique selection experience. Visit us at BSD because you are our client.
Not feeling well? Before you head to the emergency room, consider your options. The emergency room is for life-threatening issues. If you have an issue that is not emergent, please contact your primary care provider. They know you and your medical history and are best able to treat you. If you need care and you just can't wait, or it's after hours, visit your nearest Your Doc Sen Urgent Care Center or Tidal Health Immediate Care. To learn more about the most appropriate place for care, visit tidalhealth.org/where-to-go.
There are two kinds of truck buyers in the world, those that need a truck and those that want a truck. And the Truck Store has the trucks to satisfy your needs and wants. You'll find the right truck right now at the Truck Store in Delmar and Dover. MyTruckStoreOnline.com.
New at 11, this might be an all-time week for the Geloff family here along the coast. Early this week, Jake Geloff was drafted number 60 overall by the Los Angeles Dodgers. Today, his brother Zach, who was drafted a few years ago, got the call that he's going to make his major league debut for the Oakland A's on Friday. He's the one pictured on the left here. In 69 games this year at the AAA level, Zach has an impressive .304 batting average.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Hey sports fans, the first games of USSSA on DSN, and one local team is looking to advance in the pool play seedings. All this action taking place at Henry S. Parker in Salisbury for the next 3 weeks. One on for Clara Burns, knocks it to left field, and that's enough to score Malia Alcantara. TC Futures take a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. The Futures keep the bats coming, and a bit of deja vu. Burns sends a liner down the left field line. Alcantara scores yet again. TC up by 3 in the bottom of the third. Michaela Pollard had the hot bat for Delaware Express. The Harrington squad needed it, and she delivered, but nothing else going for the Express after that big at bat. More insurance for TC. Sabrina Cosgrove doing what she needs to do. Great piece of hitting, scorches the rock into right field. 2 runs come across for the Futures, and TC gets their second shutout of the day. They take this game 5-0 over Delaware Express. And if you want to check out the later games on Field 1 at USSSA, be sure to download the DSN app to stay up to date throughout the entire tournament in the next 3 weeks. That'll for us. Have a great night, everybody.
New at 11, one person is dead and 2 others injured after a police chase near the National Mall. The Secret Service says their officers tried to pull the driver over because the car had an expired tag, but the driver took off on Constitution Avenue, crossing through a red traffic light, hitting 3 people in the crosswalk at the intersection. One of the victims, a 75-year-old man, was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, where he later died. 2 other people had minor injuries and were treated on the scene. Police are still searching for the driver. Business is not booming in the nation's summer capital. Why business owners say customers are not coming in like they used to.
But first, art installation resumes when you can walk through a new sculpture in the first town.
Fleischer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva.
We salute Cameron Morris. Cameron is a hard-working, polite, and positive young man. He attends Sussex Tech High School and is studying HVAC. At the age of 16, he has developed a passion for the fire company and enjoys riding along with Blade's local police department.
If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Broken down AC system? Horizon has you covered with same-day repairs and next-day installs guaranteed. Don't wait. Schedule your next service online in seconds. Call, scan, or visit us at horizonservices.com.
Attention all beachgoers, Gateway Subaru is here to help you get the most out of your summer.
With Gateway's large selection of reliable and adventurous vehicles, you'll be able to take on any terrain, even the sand. Leave ordinary behind and embrace adventure as you explore sandy beaches in style and comfort. Visit Gateway Subaru today and start creating unforgettable memories with your loved ones. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Coastal Home Roofing is your source for all your roofing and siding needs. We do not take any down payment. You don't pay until the job is done. Protect your home even further by taking advantage of our lifetime labor warranty. Schedule a free immediate estimate with our team by visiting our website or giving us a call at 866-976-5462. Coastal Home Roofing, Delmarva's roofing and siding experts.
Windsor Teak Furniture, Fenwick Island offers the world's best outdoor extension tables with 10 different versions in stock. Tables come with 2 built-in butterfly leaves that could create 3 different sized tables and allows you to open and close in 10 seconds. Tables starting at 66 inches up to 138 inches long and could seat from 6 to 16 people. We have a table for you. Drop by our showroom and smell the teak, or check us out at windsorteakfurniture.com, and remember, teak lasts a lifetime.
Building a portfolio that gives you opportunities to grow your savings can be a challenge. Our team at Rosemont Wealth Management takes this challenge seriously. Contact us and we can work together on a comprehensive game plan that truly embodies your personal values and life objectives. Our focus is on what is important to you, your family, your lifestyle, your life events, so that you can maintain your lifestyle all the way through retirement. At Rosemont Wealth Management, we serve first, last, and always.
No hot water? No problem. Just call Horizon Services. We're there same day with a brand new water heater and a professional fix for any other plumbing emergency. For all of your plumbing needs, call today or visit us at horizonservices.com.
New at 11 installation on a new art sculpture in Lewis is set to resume next week. The pavilion was supposed to be installed in May, but a crack in the concrete foundation caused it to get delayed. The Lewis Public Art Committee says that artist DeWitt Godfrey and his team will get back to work July 17th through the 19th. Once complete, people will be able to walk through the sculpture in Canal Front Park and see why it's a tribute to Lewis's Dutch history.
Maryland hunters can now enter a lottery for waterfowl blind sight licenses. According to the Maryland Department of Natural Resources, it will be through the department's Compass licensing portal. Hunters can enter for the county of their choosing. Hunters must live in Maryland and currently hold a hunting license. Lottery registration is open through July 25th. And after the opening days of the season, blind sight licenses will be issued by appointment only.
Business owners in Rehoboth Beach say they've taken a hit in sales compared to years past. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk shows us why for some it's breaking the bank.
This is like second nature to me.
George Stakius spends his days flipping pancakes and cooking bacon at Ghoulies Grill.
We celebrated our anniversary June 1st.
It's his 10th summer in business on the corner of 1st Street and Wilmington Avenue.
So I've seen the traffic, I've seen the trends.
This year, he hasn't seen the normal surge in June and July that keeps his grills hot.
You only have a set window to get what you need done, and then you coast in the off season. And already we're in the second week of July. Boom, in a month, school's open. And the season's kind of technically over.
According to this data from the Chamber of Commerce, both short-term rentals and hotel bookings are down this summer compared to last. Some people are blaming a pattern of wet weather and lingering smoke.
4th of July was really dead as far as I was concerned from previous years. I mean, the streets were really not like they would be for 4th of July in previous years.
The Chamber says these trends are common across the country, but others are tapping away as normal.
We come down once in a blue moon, once a year maybe, so we're going to spend a little bit more.
In the meantime, Ghoulies is desperately hoping for an uptick. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Heidi Kirk, Coast TV News.
The Chamber of Commerce says a growing year-round residential population could help with more year-round businesses. It also reminds people the power of shopping local when you can.
A dinosaur bone found about 3 months ago in Maryland from a giant creature that lived 50 million years prior to the T-Rex. According to paleontologists, it's a 3-foot-long leg bone from an Acrocanthosaurus, a 38-foot-long carnivore. The bones were found at Dinosaur Park. Where else? And that's where miners first discovered fossils all the way back in the 1800s. It's time to take another look at our Coast TV poll. We want to know if you think people should be allowed to smoke or vape in busy public spaces. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say no, the big winner. We've seen this all day long. It's now the highest it's ever been, 94%. That is as close to 100 as I think we've ever seen a poll. You can go vote on WRDE.com. That's where you'll find our answers, and you'll be able to use the mobile app as well.
An event at the Historical Society that goes right back into its programs, where you can shop from artisans across Delmarva this weekend.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on WRDE.
Dominating the rugged terrain with unstoppable power and agility, the Toyota Tacoma is ready to take on anything. Outfitted with the latest technology and the reliability only Toyota is known for. Now get 3.99% APR on a Tacoma. Unmatched, unstoppable. Toyota, let's go places.
Johnny Janosic is your one-stop mattress superstore. Come see our newly expanded mattress lineup that includes brands like Casper, Nectar, Ghost, and Molecule, so you'll have an even larger variety of mattress options. And right now on select mattresses, you can get a king for the price of a queen, or a queen for the price of a full. Shop now, because these savings are for a limited time only. Get to your one-stop mattress superstore, Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
There's much to do and so much to see in the naturally charming towns of Maryland's coast. Worcester County. Pocomoke City offers a quaint downtown area with waterfront dining. Snow Hill, located on the Pocomoke River. Berlin, filled with unique shops and farm-to-table restaurants. Ocean Pines with community parks. Ocean City with 10 miles of beach coastline. And Assateague Island National Seashore with beautiful beaches and wild ponies. Discover all there is to do and see in Maryland's naturally charming towns. Go to visitmarylandscoast.org.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes.
Fill your week with Wheel.
Everyone is invited.
It's Sweethearts Week.
It's Teachers Week.
Fabulous Food Week. Hawaii Week. Teen Week.
Margaritaville.
Restock the margarita board. It's going to be a big week for everybody.
Wheel of Fortune, weeknights at 7 on WRDE.
You're watching WRDE Coast TV, Delmarva's NBC station.
Metalwork, pottery, woodwork, and watercolor artisans will come together at the Lewis Historical Society this weekend for the Summer Craft Fair. There will be live music as well as sing-alongs, fiddle tunes, sea shanties, and more. Plus, organizers say interpretive staff will give you an up-close glimpse of what it was like in Lewis long ago. The Summer Craft Fair benefits educational and preservation programs at the Lewis Historical Society. It runs Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 4.
Here's a look at our winners. Umbrella giveaway winner is Bruce Hammer from Bridgeville. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. As far as our radar is concerned, listen, we are still staying pretty clear at this present time, and we're going to stay clear for the rest of the night, so not necessarily a problem, but it's going to be kind of slow and cooling off overnight. Here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. See that 96? That's not planned. That's a real deal right there. 60% chance of rain for us on Friday. Saturday, 30% chance of rain, mainly in the afternoon between 3 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That should probably be it. But Sunday's rain looking more like an all-day ordeal.
One word for that, hot. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our WRDE News app.
The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.